Nice jump of the 2 ball by Chad. Fortunate to not follow it and scratch. Chad made the ball on the side, but has come up short on getting position on the 5 ball. And with that concession of the 9 ball, Chad is now up 2-0.
All right, everybody. Tiger Baker here. We're going to finish up this final match with a little bit of commentary. Anthony Sellis here from Colorado. Down 5-1. We're having a race 9-8 here in the finals. Been a long weekend here, over 70 players on our first joint venture with the AAPT Mid-Atlantic Action Pool Tour. Tony Gonzalez doing a fantastic job. And instead of competing, we're out here trying to do this thing, not really together, but just be an extra branch of what they're doing, supply a little bit more bar table pool for all these local players here. And as you see that with all these different rankings, anyone in the Tidewater area can compete at this level. We had a 4-ranked player make it into the money this week. A 4 rank would be similar to a 4 in APA, or maybe a 350, 375 in Fargo ratings. But as you see here, especially in 9-ball, there's an equal opportunity for everyone to make money out here. Good camaraderie, a lot of good people, no problems this weekend at all. Hosted here by Q-Master Billiards, 72 tables, 22 diamond tables we played on all weekend. Great service, just like over in Hampton. At Peninsula Billiards, just seems like at both places we go, you're treated with good respect and good food, good conditions, and good people all the way across the board. Now, Nathaniel is the only undefeated player here this weekend, and we do run a single elimination race in the finals like they do all over the country. But Nathaniel is very methodical at what he does, but also has been playing well all weekend, coming off a win over Liz Taylor and also beating Chad in the hot seat here. Nathaniel's down 5-1. That was given to him 5-2.
Hit it, reduce. What here is what shows up there as far as running total.
All right, so that makes the race really right now a 4 race to Chad with a 6. So a 6-4 race here for Nathaniel to get back into it.
I didn't understand that.
I tell you, the first place between both payouts this weekend, over $2,500 combined money. And we paid all the way down to 9th through 12th, where you got a little bit more than what you put into it. A lot of points out. $500 added to any year-end event here that we're having. And just a real great pool. I want to announce also back at Peninsula Billiards on the 19th of 20 of next month, they'll have a 9-ball event with Tony. Mid-Atlantic Pool Tour. The MAAPT will be back in the saddle over in Hampton. Another event, I'm sure they'll draw another 100 people. There's so many tours going on here locally with APT, BCA, all kinds of tours here. It's really hard to find a weekend to get everybody together, but I tell you, the way these things are ran, Tony set a good precedent for everybody to come out here and have a good time and be able to compete at an equal level. Like I said, many upsets in the ladies. 11 ladies here this weekend, and the ladies shined. I mean, they played some really good pool and upset a lot of people. I know Rob Leeper, one of the best players on this tour, lost to Courtney Harefield. Liz Taylor upset a few people. Even Jennifer Giampa started her weekend off 2-0. Just fabulous play by you ladies, and hopefully down the road we might have on a women's event. We did pay top female this weekend, and Liz finished 4th. So Liz made some good money this weekend and played a lot of pool. Now this match here, Chad Pike's up 5-2. Chad's a seasoned, we don't want to say pro. He's been out of the game for a little while, and he's come back for a couple tours here in the last 2 or 3 months, and his game is really on point when he rears down. But let's look at the table here. Let's go some action. Nathaniel, looking at a 2-ball, he's got a pretty wide open table here other than a 5 and 8. That's the only problem. I know the tour director, Tony Gonzalez, come out of semi-retirement playing this weekend. I had a couple really good matches. Upset. I don't even say upset. He beat a couple people. I think he went 2-2. And us being able to help out and run some events is going to give him an avenue to get from behind the table and get out and play some pool himself. He definitely deserves it. I know we've been here for, 30 hours in 2 days. You got to love pool to do it. But you got a lot of league players here locally that deserve the chance to come out and compete like pros on great conditions. I know the new diamond tables over in Peninsula Billiards are coming really soon. And Q Masters just booming here. Great food, great service all week long. They've opened up the doors, and with all the business here already, they're making the place available to us and have been really cordial throughout the weekend and accommodating all of our needs. I want to give a big thanks out here while we're doing the finals to Chris Weiler. Put in a lot of effort on the stream, a lot of effort across the board to make sure this has been a real professionally ran event. Now next month, the Action Pool Tour itself will be taking a 1-month hiatus because we have our national finals in Las Vegas. We'll try to represent the era there also. We'll be gone for 12 days, but we'll definitely be coming out with some dates starting in April, and look forward to seeing all y'all again out here at Q Master. Looks like he's got just enough room to play this ball in the corner pocket. What an excellent shot. Sometimes the power isn't what you need, it's the touch, but he got a little kiss off that 9 ball, got a little unlucky to get on the 6, so he's going to be kicking here. Definitely made a hit here. Put him up against a rail, so nothing easy here. Let's see how aggressive Chad wants to be with this. He could either play it safe and bring it down the rail, playing a cue ball up the table, or if he wants to be real aggressive here, we got a chance of making a 6-9 combo. Let's see how hard he wants to go here. But looking at the stream, it looks like smart play here would be to play safe. But it's getting late, so let's see what happens. Also, everybody out here in TV land, Tony will be running his final 32 from an exceptional year of pool from 2021. His final 32 will be playing on the 26th of March. Look forward to seeing a stream on that. A lot of money being paid out to these local players. And we're getting players from further and further away. A lot of Richmond contingency here this weekend and also in Richmond. Yeah, Chad played it safe here. Very close here. Can't quite see it, but looks like Nathaniel's got some room to make something happen. With 2 other major events going on here locally this weekend, Jack and Jill over in Hampton with the awesome APA group over in Hampton. There was also a Jack and Jill here locally on the south side, and we still drew over 70 people here. A star-studded field here for amateur players, and the more people that came in, the more are getting educated about what we're doing, and they're looking forward to future events. And like I said, make sure you get a hold of Tony. Go on the website, the MAAPT Tour website, for the 19th and the 20th at Peninsula Billiards. 9-ball at its finest. Nathaniel could see that on the side. Got a 6-ball running it all the way up the table, trying to get shape on the 7, but the 6 is the key here. He's on the 7-ball going straight up. Just a little stun shot here, corner pocket. Rattled it in there, but it has. 8-ball and a 9-ball, and Nathaniel go to 3. And being that he's getting 1 ball on the wire, he'll pull within 1 of taking home this title. Off the rail. Easy shot on the 9. jinxed him there, didn't I, guys? That could be a big miss there from 5-3 to 6-2. It's been a long, long weekend. I'll tell you what, watching Nathaniel play has been very, very, very consistent. Staying within his game. Not too many mistakes, playing safe when he has to, but Chad Pike puts that kind of pressure on you. Like I said, the winner of this combined money will be taking home almost $2,500. The runner-up will be bringing home right at $1,500. So top of the line money, a $40 entry fee to play in these events. Oh my goodness, you know. See local the events on the East Coast, $100 entry fees, and you don't get paid back nearly as much money as this whole tour is just set up across the board very well. We'll see if Nathaniel can come back and make a run here. There's a nice spread on the table. Open one ball is always a good thing here. Looks like you might try to play the 2 in the side and roll on down and shoot the 3 in the opposite side pocket. If he can get there, the rest of the table should be pretty routine. And sometimes looking for, got a very fortunate roll to tie himself up here. Chad coming today, he's going to be kicking. Also want to thank Jason Blankenship. Been manning the stream for hours upon hours upon hours this weekend without fail. Just want to thank him. He'll also be heading to the BCA National Championships in about 3 weeks in Las Vegas, Nevada at the Rio. The benefit of that good roll turns into a foul. Ball in hand with this open table. I like Nathaniel's chances here for sure. He's got that scorpion look right now with the mask on, like from Mortal Kombat. And that's exactly what he's been doing this weekend. He's been slaying everybody. Sounds kind of corny, doesn't it? But he has. With wins over Liz Taylor, wins over Chad Pike, and numerous other people this weekend. If you don't know him, remember the name. Yeah, tried to get a little too much there. Might be able to see the 3 ball, but that's about it. Got a little aggressive with that one. Could have floated down. Might have been able to shoot that 3 ball in the corner pocket. Now the kick moved the 9 ball a little bit. Doesn't leave Chad straight in. It's better than 50% on him making this bank here, though. I like his chances. We'll see what happens. And that's why he's playing in the finals, and I'm sitting behind the booth. What a nice safety there. Great cue ball control to get the cue ball behind the 5. He's got Nathaniel kicking at the 3. Looks like he'll go 2 rails and try to kick it off the right side and backside bumpers. like to give a big shout to Gary Ornorf, making this beautiful place accessible and really homey for us this whole weekend. Opening up early and keeping a tournament room straight. If you want to come on over to Q Masters, $5 cover charge gets you a pool table for all day and evening if you're a league player, and $10 if you're the general public on some of the most best conditions that you can run into. So whether you go to a movie or a concert or a hockey game, you spend a lot of money. Come here to Q Master. Real great food. Some of the best conditions you can have. $10 cover covers you for all night long. So come on in and check out Q Master if you haven't been in a while. And if you've been here, come see us again. He went short rail there. So really cut the angle down heavy there and not giving much of a chance on a 3 if it didn't come straight in. Chad's up at the table ready to go. He's got a long drive when he leaves here today. He needs 3 more games. Nathaniel needs 6. So it's a 3-6 race right now. All these balls are open. Once again, I like his chances. I'd like to give another shout out to Michael Bumpus out of Richmond. Michael lost one match and come and battled all day. It's a pleasure watching you play, Michael. One shot away from probably being here on this final table. You played some exceptional pool this weekend. Four ball. And you guys, you beginners, I want you to watch, Mike. If you're a 3 in the APA or a low 3 in BCA, use your cushions to get position. If you're straight on, make sure that you're using your table speed and your English to get where you want to get. But when you got an angle on a ball, get used to using your cushions. Follow the ball into the rail. Get a good feel for the table. And don't be afraid. Looks like later in the year we might be having a 3-man team championship, maybe a Scotch doubles. Definitely going to have a couple 7 and under, 6 and unders. We haven't decided quite yet. We'll be meeting with Tony this week. We want to just be, like I said, an extension of what he's already created. And maybe throw you some different kind of events. Maybe not even points events. We want to make sure that they concentrate on that over in Hampton at Peninsula Billiards. And we're just going to keep it fun, give you some more events to wet your whistle and make sure you got something to do tournament-wise without having to travel, up to Maryland or anything to play. $40, ridiculously low for what you're winning. Paying very, very deep, and you got a points championship to where you can win a lot of money toward the end of the year also. Like I said, like I just told you, just using these rails to get around instead of trying to use low English on everything. If you look at his shot, he's got about 3/4 of the table. He won't touch a rail here, watch. Already touched a rail, but it still went straight in. Chad Pike at 7. 2 more for a championship. The first combined superpower championship may be going to Chad Pike's resume. I'll tell you what, though, you take a look at Nathaniel. Like I said, he's from Colorado. He's been in town for a while, playing a lot of pool, playing in one pocket. There's not one game in the billiard industry that this guy can't play. Well, the rules changes from 20 years ago. I remember I'm in my 50s. Back in when I was coming up, teenager, early 20s, you'd have to come to this table and beat this player twice. But the way of the world, the way time is, we don't get any TV, but I think that had a little bit to do something back in the day. But even the U.S. Open and International Open goes to a single race format when you get to a particular portion of a tournament. The International does it when they have 32 players left. So 16 undefeated and 16 one-loss players go to a single race. I mean, if you lose one match, you're out. At least in what we're doing here and the Action Pool Tour and other things, if you make it to the finals, you made it to the finals, having to play usually about half the games as someone else. So even though he knocked off Chad, it's a little bittersweet to only have to come and win one match and come back and play Nathaniel again. And if you win, you win. But that's the way of the pool world now. And with Chad Pike, you never know, he could come back and win twice. But right now, this match isn't over. But you get a feel for what Nathaniel's going through here. Just less than 2 hours, he had a great win over our Chad Pike, and now it's having to come back, and there's no double elimination because it just doesn't exist anymore. Anybody watching the stream for the first time here, Action Pool Tour is going to have their state championship 10-ball on the large tables coming the second week of April. We'll be coming out with more information on that. But I want to repeat again, the 19th and 20th of March, Peninsula Billiards 9-ball classic over there. Just like the other events that are around, they're probably expecting over 100 people. Great food, great personnel over there also. And it's ran by a great group of guys. Guy that does a stream over there does a great job, and anything that Tony touches is going to be done professionally and fair. $7:19 on a Sunday. We got here at 8:30 yesterday. Got home at 1 o'clock, back here at 9 o'clock this morning. You know it's a labor of love if you're going to spend your entire weekend up here watching our local players show what kind of games they have. There again, I want to repeat, Jennifer Giampa, what an incredible showing she had yesterday, coming out of the gates, beating two really strong players, and almost made it a lot further. So I want to tell her that, you had a great showing. I hope she keeps at these tournaments because she's what it's all about, players that are learning the game, and she has game. So I see her really winning one of these ladies' events, or even going even deeper in the ones that we're playing. Couple more ladies mentioned Victoria Overby. What an incredible weekend she had. Liz Taylor, Brenda Harefield, just all these women were playing great, some big time upsets. With some of the local players on this side of the water, Ryan Martin, Wayne McPherson, Mike Doyle, Ron Hopkins, getting their first taste of the MAAPT format and loved every minute of it. And being able to play in a tournament against locals, bearing down and showing what kind of game they got. They want to get a little bit more on than that. Like I said, he's been playing straight since 10 o'clock this morning. It don't look like he's going to be any less for the wear for stamina. But you could tell that it's getting late. It's been a long weekend, and both of these guys should be really proud of what they've been able to accomplish. Not only just this weekend, but they're going to be front runners on the points total. And if you want to check that out, go to the MAAPT Tour website. Tony's got a lot of information on there. We're learning as we go. It's been a great experience meeting each other and doing something dual without having to compete with each other. It's good for pool. It's good for both sides of the water, and it makes us to where we can offer together a lot more than we could apart. If you have a 649 Fargo and below, show up to this next event at Peninsula. 9-ball is a game that even if your skill level's not good, you got to finish a rack to be able to put a point against you. I've seen many people hanging the 8, 9 balls that can give you points even when you're learning. So it's a good experience. Meet a lot of good people. Chad let the cue ball get away there. Long distance on the 6. Let's see what he's got left in the bag here. 7-2 if he drills this ball. Could be lights out. Anybody got any suggestions of future specialty tours like doubles, 3-man events, heavy hitters, whatever it is, give Tony a call or just visit the website, leave your comments. We're always talk about it. If you want to call me, everything that we discuss, we're going to talk to Tony about and make sure it's best for the tour. Like I said, we've just kind of picked up where he started and trying to make it just something else that we can add to something that's already good. You got good ice cream, you might want some fudge on the top of it. We might be that fudge for you, you know what I mean? Chad stroked that ball good. He's more worried about making a shot than stunning it, and then followed it in the pocket. That gives Nathaniel a 2-ball out here to be able to take it to 7-3.
He's going to come over and co-commentate with you.
Come on.
Let me go get you.
All right, Nathaniel just put his 3rd point on the board. That means this is not over. Hold on, I'm trying to. Hey, Jason.
As soon as you're ready, hit that button.
The white button.
Hit the 3 and it didn't come up
That's
here.
your off.
Because if you actually were to take this down to 1, that shows a 0. It's off somewhere in the calculation, so that one will always be 1, but that's why. Raise it up.
That is 7-3. Yeah, the total is what shows on her screen, but the runs
Okay.
does not matter. Whatever's on the total is what's converting over.
Back in 1 second. And you're on, go ahead.
Yeah.
Be right back.
I give it about 30 seconds. Coming down the walkway, right in. As soon as he walks in.
All right, everybody in Virginia, all over the coast, blessed to have Heath Thomas here. 3rd place finish here in this event. How you doing, Heath?
I'm doing pretty good, Tiger.
I
Thanks for having
should
me.
have got you on here a lot sooner for sure.
That's all right. There'll be more times.
That's for sure. That's for sure. You people that are still watching, and maybe they're going to be able to see this on YouTube. We'll be posting these Monday or Tuesday. You'll be able to see Heath play on these tables. He had a lot of big wins and really gutted some things out this weekend. Ran into Chad in the semifinal match and finished 3rd in a group of over 70 really good players.
Chad got me twice this weekend.
Got you, Chad. So Chad's not here. You're playing for the title right now, for sure.
My boy Nathaniel's giving him a run for his money, though. He sent him to the loser's bracket. He's battling it out, though, right now.
Yeah,
Down
gave him one game
7-3.
earlier, down 7-3. He needs so we got to race a 5-2 right now.
Yep.
If he can get through this rack, anything can happen for sure. Now, Heath, you play on all kinds of tables. I know up in Richmond you've been at Diamond Billiards, playing on the Action Pool Tour, and did well on that also. Which
Yep.
one do you like better? Is it all?
I tell you, we don't play a whole lot of bar box up in Richmond. We don't have a whole lot
Right.
of places to play. But it's really great to come down here. The tables down here have been great. They played great. It's great to play on diamonds and be consistent all the way around.
I tell you, things were rolling so well with that Action Pool Tour before COVID hit, and then I tell you, it smacked us pretty good, and we're slowly getting it back together. And here at QMaster, I run the league, so it was either try to run a tour in competition with Tony or work with him, and Tony's just super guy, so we got together and hashed things out and just trying to be extension of what he's doing, offer you guys another weekend of bar box pool for pretty good money.
Oh man, you can't beat the combination of entry and the payouts. It's been great. It's been great people.
Yeah.
And yeah, this was my first MAAPT event. I had some friends that had played, and was really looking forward to coming out. And I'm glad y'all partnered up because we need another place to play.
That's for sure. I know Tony's got one coming up in 3 weeks. We have the state championships up in at Diamond Billiards the second week of April. So there's going to be plenty of pool here in Virginia. There's not too much tournament play, so this is going to continue to be something good for you guys, and some pretty good money for playing $40 for an entry fee. How much did you end up walking away with combined tonight?
I was right at $750.
$750, guys.
Pretty good for a couple days of work, having a good time playing,
That's
hanging
right.
out with my buddies.
That's right.
Chad played a great shot there. Oh,
Looked like
leaked
it
out.
squeaked through
Yeah.
here.
Thing
I've been
that needs to
calling him the
capitalize.
Scorpion. He reminds me of that Mortal Kombat game with his mask on now. I don't know if he's going to be mad at me when this comes out later, but
He had it off yesterday. He put it back on.
yeah. I was telling everybody before you got on and you've been playing pool for how long?
I've been playing seriously for about 2 years.
2 years?
I started playing as a kid a little bit, but never really picked it up. And I've had a table for a while, and then when COVID hit, I didn't have anything to do and started picking up and playing a little bit more seriously. And so it's been a good outlet for me, a good stress reliever to get out and hit some and hang out with my buddies.
So many good people. You see different, and when we go, I know we went up to Maryland and no knock up there, but and you have fights in the bars and things like that. It's been really cool this weekend. A lot of good people. I've met some good people, and if you've only been playing for 2 years, wow, just wow. I know Nathaniel earlier we were talking about on the stream that when I was a kid, 20 years ago, there's always a true double elimination in the finals.
Yep.
Problem you run into is if you win that hot seat match and your guy goes back and wins just one match and comes back to see you, you really split with him, but you're losing the championship. And I surely feel for him on this, and he may come back here and win this for sure, but it's the way of the world now. It really is.
It is. You look at all the big tournaments they're going at. A lot of times they're going single elimination and final 16.
Yes, the International Open. I guess you play a
That's a
few
solid
less
shot.
matches, but he wants this title for sure.
Oh, he does.
I don't know. You know him better than I do. The past, I don't know. I know he's from Colorado.
Yep. He moved here about a year ago and started playing up at Diamond with us. And Nathaniel's just a really nice guy, and he's a good player. And he and I actually live about 5 minutes from each other, so we get together and battle it out occasionally, and it's good practice for both of us.
It's good to see Chad back, too. I mean, I know he took about a year off from pool, and Chad was somebody I watched playing at U.S. Open and things like that back in the day on big tables. So he's got a lot of game for sure.
He, I think in the first set I played, he only missed one or two shots
That's it.
I mean, it was just unbelievable. Great position, and as you mentioned earlier, just a really good guy too. I mean, great conversation afterwards about things, and same with everybody else I've played this weekend. Like I said, it's just good people out having a good time and playing a good game.
Yeah, and you ladies out there, like I said, there was a lot of upsets with the ladies beating some of these men out here. And some really good matchup between the women, too. They paired up a few times in the bracket board. But I know Rob Leeper, one of the best players on this tour so far, got upset by a lady on the winner's side.
Yeah, that young lady is actually Courtney Harefield. She plays out of our up at Diamond as well. At 16 years old, and she is going to be an awesome player. She's really improved in the last 12 months.
Tell you, I heard the balls break and looked up, and she had the stick in her hand. I was like, oh my goodness, she pounds them balls. I tell you, and she's got that look about her. She got a competitive streak where you can tell she's just going to get better and better.
Well, and it was funny. So last night we got out late. I got back to the house a little after 1, and I had a text message from Courtney, and it said, hey, I got eliminated, but I want to go down and watch you guys play tomorrow. And she slept for 4 hours and went back and came back just to watch. And I think it shows her dedication and interest in the game. If she can keep that up with the practice she's putting in, she's going to be really good.
Just keep having fun with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember them days. Been too long ago.
Are you playing any leagues or anything back in Richmond?
I don't. I can't commit to the weekly occurrence of league with family and work and stuff, and so I'm fortunate enough to have a table at home that I can play on occasionally, and then I try to get out to Diamond and play with my friends and some money matches, and then play some They always do a good $10 chip tournament on Friday nights, and you guys always come up and do a good job of getting some tournaments up there too. Oh,
That one rattled out too.
that was a tough shot there. Tough leave though. Looks like it might be pretty close to the rail.
We'll find out how much he's got in the tank here on this shot for sure. Yeah, up in Richmond Diamond Billiards, Thomas Dorsey really treats us really well when we go up there. He's like, I don't know, family member the first time you met him. He's just really good people. And Raymond running his pro shop does some really excellent work up there. I think he runs the tournaments up there for your chip tournaments.
Yep, he does.
He dedicates a lot of his life to pool too. He really does.
I've known Rayman since the playing field days out on Broad Street. Has been closed down for
Wow.
a decade now, I guess. But he's been a good guy, and the Dorsey family is just really good people. And in Richmond, they're really the family that's supporting pool the most. That was close to the
Yeah,
rail there.
I'll tell you what, anything can happen here. So what kind of roll he gets here? Yeah, he'll be all right.
Oh,
here,
yeah.
I think.
Come 2 rails, maybe 3, and come down for an easy 9 ball here.
And I tell you, living here my whole life, that this billiard hall here, I know when Barry Berman passed away a few years ago, these guys have came in here and cleaned the place up. It's non-smoking in here now. Contentious. I mean, I've been around East Coast, been out to to Vegas and things like that, but this place is just phenomenal when it comes to pool.
To come in here and play, I think they've got a $5 deal. You can play from like 3 to close most days. I mean, it is a great facility. It's clean. The food is good and reasonably priced. We've had a great time this weekend. I've actually got a work conference next week and bring my sticks down and play for a day or two, hopefully slip away.
There you go. Come in and say hi to while you're in
Yeah.
here. I'm in here Monday through Thursday running these leagues. And
I'll be here Monday night,
all
actually.
right, there we go. Man, if I needed a sub, that would be a great sub, wouldn't it? So Nathaniel picks up another
Nathaniel
game.
picks up a game. That was a good position
We're
shot
just
on that
quietly
eight ball.
talking him up here, so.
All right, so 4-2 race.
Two race. That's a big game here.
Yeah.
Get it
Chad-
down to 1 or be on the hill. That's a big one here.
And Chad's been breaking well. Was talking to him about that earlier. I broke better today than I did yesterday, but Liz and I were talking, moving around 4 or 5 different spots on the table, trying to get a ball to go, and then you finally feel like you can control the cue ball, and then it gets kicked into the side or into the corner somewhere. So it's been tough, but Chad's had it figured out.
I tell you, look, she looked like she was going to make a really good run, and she's just coming off shoulder surgery. She's not slamming the brake too hard. But Justin Squires had an incredible event, and he walked over to the TV table, and she had her way. I think she was up 6 or 7 to 1, ended up winning that match kind of comfortable. And then she walked over to you, and you got out to a big lead quick on her.
Yeah, I got a few games early and put her in a couple difficult spots. And you're right, the shoulder injury, there was a draw shot I talked to her about after the match. I said, if you're in your normal form, you make that shot. And she said, you're exactly right. I just didn't get enough power into it. But what a great lady and great for the game. I said I enjoy playing her anytime we get a chance to roll them around.
Today, I don't know if it would have made a difference. Your game was really on. You're in, like I said, you lose to the same guy twice, and you got 70 other players in here that you matched up even. I'm sure you'd like to have another shot at him, too.
Yeah, I would. We talked about the rolls he got in the match. I drilled a 3-9 jump shot, and I told him he was going to have to replace the tip of my jump cue. I think I had to use it about 55 times in our set. And but I ended up scratching on that shot, and I said that was kind of the epitome of our match.
Well, ball in hand with a wide open table, what kind of chances do you give Nathaniel to get out from here?
I tell you, if he can get from the 2 back to the 3, is going to be his difficult shot, and then back to the 4. Once he can get those back and forth out, the rest of the table should be pretty easy for him.
He looked a little frustrated here, but it looks like now that he's got his composure. Never really lost it, but his focus seems to be back in here to try to make a run to win this
Yeah.
thing.
I think getting that last one on the board is going to help him. Oh. I can't tell if
Sometimes,
he's got an
yeah,
angle.
looks like he's got a little bit, but he's gonna.
I don't know how
I don't know if he can get it down.
around.
Yeah. He's gonna have to
between
maybe
the
go
8,
between 8 and 9.
And then he's got all kinds of traffic if he can thread it through that hole.
Jacking up's making it even harder. Let's see what he's got.
That's one way to do it.
Put a little juice on it and it worked out. You can tell my timing is bad. I told my partner today we'd be out of here by 1:30 or 2 o'clock. Here it's 7:30. I don't know what I was thinking. I know we've been up to Diamond and left it. The players voted on finishing the entire tournament on Saturday. I think we left when we were driving home.
4:30.
Yeah, the sun was coming up before we got home.
Yeah, it's been running quick, but we did have some longer matches. I know last night they had a tough time getting the losers bracket caught up.
Ah, we had one little hole there, but
a little hiccup.
yeah, we won't let that happen no mo.
No, that's right. Amen. Great shot there. The 6 ball. All right, no problem there. Doesn't have much angle on this 4 to get back to the 5, I don't believe.
Maybe power draw here, huh? Maybe. It's kind of hard to see the angles even from here, and we're right in front of the table, guys.
He may just kind of bounce up just a little bit and take a little longer shot. Huh? There it is. Won't get on the rail.
If he runs out from here, he's going to have a lot of confidence because he's not leaving himself too easy. But I think
he's got to run into that 8 ball unless he's going to try to.
He might have an area to cut it back to that side, too. I'm not sure.
And that would be ideal to come back the left side of the table if he could. But
he's not thrilled with it.
No, he's making it hard on himself.
I'll tell you what, you guys out here, when you're talking about slow play or fast play, you look at Nathaniel, it's perfect.
Deliberate when necessary.
Deliberate and necessary, exactly. Doesn't take too long, but he knows what he wants to do at the table.
He's a good one-pocket player, too, and so he's really aware of his cue ball control, and so he sees a lot of angles and caroms and combos. But he's going to be tough here. I don't think he can avoid the 8 if he's cutting this ball in the corner, and if he hits it full, it may die.
They've been fortunate on a couple on this rack. Let's see what happens.
He may bank it. I think the bank goes by the 7, gives him easy position on the 6.
You being a smoker, I'd bring a carton of cigarettes in your bag on the way out there. Vegas, just saying, is you don't want to pay like $9, $10 back out there.
You called it.
Oh.
No
leaked
roll
out
there.
on him. Yeah, I don't think he would have liked the 6 there anyway, but
here again, we'll see what
tough
Chad's got to
shot
take
for
care of,
Chad,
too.
yeah.
He's got to get out of the chair and stroke one. Nothing easy here.
Jacked up on the rail. He's got natural position as long as he doesn't hit it too hard on the 9 ball.
That
That's a
looked
good
a little
shot.
easier than I thought it was.
That's a good shot.
We're running in Charlotte, so Charlotte's not that big.
Shouldn't have much trouble here. Just
Yeah,
hang
draw
on
back
to
and
the
shoot in
bank.
the side.
Yeah.
He could go forward if he felt like it, but I think he'll probably draw back and just shoot this ball on the side.
Figured I'd show you what I told you.
And all you action pool tour guys out there, we haven't forgot about you. We're just adding some stuff here locally. We just don't want to run a 30 or 40 man event. We want to make sure we got enough people out there to make sure that we get some pros playing and a lot of locals playing also. Want to make sure it's worth the while to come up there for them and us. It's definitely not something you make money off of. It's a labor of love, but it takes care of your expenses and thing like that. But we try to put as much as we can back into it.
Well, y'all been doing a great job, and tournaments are always smoothly run, and
I appreciate that.
good people. That's a great position to play.
I'll tell you,
Put 'em
Tony,
on
I
the
give
hill.
him a lot of heads up with anytime you're running a handicap tour. It can't be easy.
There's always somebody that's going to complain.
Yeah, I had a guy that was, I think he was a 4, that played and got into the money this weekend, and I had so many people come over to me, he needs to be a 5. But the guy was getting good breaks, and he was taking advantage of his breaks. And the last time I heard it today was, he needs to be moved to a 5. I said, well, you just beat him 8-1. So,
Yeah.
It's like.
I think I played the person you're talking about, and I was joking with Courtney because I said if he's a 5, then you need to be a 7, because I think he's very appropriately ranked based on the match that I played against him. He made some good shots, don't get me wrong, but he made some shots that would be a 4. And,
Yes.
And I think that's fair. And you can't, he's going to be significantly more inconsistent than somebody who's an 8 or a 9 to begin with anyway. He might get a hot streak, but he's not going to do it often.
And pay attention to that out there, because if you got a 4 in an APA, even a 3 in APA, especially in 9-ball compared to 10-ball, but especially in 9-ball, you always got a shot. Here this guy come in on the winner's side, and he lost a couple straight, but he left with some money and an experience I'm sure he won't forget.
And it's a different mindset playing somebody who's only got to go to 4 or 5, and right now I'm going to 9, and you can't play the same way that you're playing a guy who's going to 11.
Yeah, and aggressiveness goes away because you could hang a ball here, and then you're in real trouble.
And then you're in trouble. You never know, an easy 1-9 combo lines up off the break, or you scratch. I mean, those games can go really quick, and so you do have to be conscious about it. Oh, all right. Here's the
I know
chance.
Chad was telling me I think he was playing a 5 and was down 4-0, and had to just play safe after safe after safe. A long match, and he ended up winning, I think, 10 straight.
Yeah, I think you got to shift into 3-foul mode there in a lot of those matches, and just play conservative.
Nathaniel's going to breathe and give this one more good go, I think.
Yep. He's got an open layout. I think he's got a chance to run out here.
And you're right, with that $5 cover fee or Q-Master, I tell you what, it's staying open.
It's a deal.
People are coming out where, go see a movie and get you popcorn and a soda and find out how much it costs compared to playing pool all night.
And a $5 drink that is bottomless too.
Yes.
I mean they just do a good job, and the servers have been great, always asking if we need anything. Very, very attentive.
Well, I'm sure we'll see you back here in April. I tell you what, the size of it. Boy, I'd have been afraid to have a 10-ball event here this week. I wouldn't be playing till about midnight.
It would have taken a while, yeah.
Tony must have done the same amount of tables last week with 10-ball, and he got it done in 2 days with over 100, I think 108
players, yeah.
Well, just an incredible job. Good group of fellas up there helping him out. And it looks like you got a home at the board now anytime you want it. So you feel free to jump on this anytime, any place you want to. I know Jason was on it for a good long while, but yeah, I appreciate you coming on here and spending this final with me.
I appreciate the opportunity to come out and.
You've done this before. You've been on TV, haven't you?
I have not. That's a great shot.
That's a nice shot.
You just pop out one rail here, shoot that 9-ball in the corner. Might go 2 rails.
The Aaron Dethridge just come up to the booth. An up-and-coming lion.
Some bump shape.
Ooh.
To stay alive.
Nathaniel's keeping us here so we can talk to you. Eight to five.
He's still got life.
Yeah, Aaron Dethridge will be making his first appearance at the BCA National Championships in 3 weeks. Probably one of the best up-and-coming players I've seen. You went from a 5 to a 8 in about, 6 months?
Wow.
6 months to a year.
That's
But
impressive.
you put your time into the game, and it shows. And in the divisions that you're playing in out there, I'm looking for some big things for you out there in Vegas. As long as the guy you're staying with keeps you in line, you should be okay. Chad right here,
Chad's breaking for the win.
that's what he's thinking too, isn't he?
Oh, absolutely.
He knows if he lets him get back to the table and gets us to Hill, anything can happen. Yeah, if he gets back and breaks, he's hitting him really good, Nathaniel.
Up. Got him on the side again.
Here
That's
we go
back to back.
again.
2-6 is a problem. Unless he wants to play it down.
Yeah, he's glad to be back to the table.
That's
He
right.
jumped
He's
up
just got a
there. Did you
chance.
see him?
That's right, yeah. He's got a couple problems he's got to get through here. The 3-ball could be problematic. If he can get over by the 6 and we draw back off the 2, I think he can shoot the 3 in the side.
Anybody else from Richmond that you want to say hi to that was in the event or maybe back at home that might be listening to you?
Yeah, we got, let's see, who traveled down here from Diamond? We had Mike Bumpus come down.
Mike had an excellent event.
Mike played well. He's a good guy.
like Mike.
He and I battled it out. We had a good match. I think I went up on him 6-1, and he battled it back to 6-6, and it was a good scrap. Kelton Lowry came down with us
Kelton had a good event.
this week, and Tim Williams is a buddy of mine. He and I played pool together a couple decades ago, and he's trying to get back in it a little bit. That's a great shot there by Nathaniel.
Yeah, some people think going from them big tables at Diamond to down here to playing on these bar boxes makes it so much easier because the table's short. But you get a lot more clusters. You got to work. You got to be smart on these tables.
And, you know, I do think that it takes a little while for your kicking and banking to transition over too. You know, I mean, you got diamonds to aim at, but it's still a little different, little bit different rebound on a 7-footer. But the tables have played great all weekend. Like I say, they cleaned. The balls have been cleaned. And aside from Nathaniel needing to grab a broom here on the TV table, I think that may have been Chad chalking, getting on the table.
Somebody posted online that Chad goes through a whole piece of chalk every match. I mean, I haven't watched him that much, but
He was grinding it out. I think there was a little snow pile of chalk, blue chalk on the back break line there.
and look, you'll be getting home before midnight tonight,
Oh, I
maybe
know.
even 11, depending on. Just got to get through that bridge. That's it.
Oh no, I might even go 460. and miss the
460,
whole thing.
all right.
Yeah.
It's always a roll of the dice going that way.
Yeah, that tunnel is no fun. It's a predictable about an hour and 50 minutes back home going 460. That's a great shot there. He just barely missed that 3-ball to tuck him. Should be an easy jump though, but he's not going to be able to really control anything on this hit. He may go ahead and call a 9-ball just in case, yeah.
Oh, that scratches
two.
keep popping out there. Now you got a big open table here to work
Yeah,
on.
I don't know if
7,
that-
8.
I don't know if that 7 passes by the 9-ball. Looks like it does.
Yeah, from the screen it looks better than what we can see
The
straight
screen looks
on.
better than the table
Yeah.
looks, but getting from the 7 to the 8 in that position is not going to be easy either.
You can tell Nathaniel wants this. It's both times that Chad's run into a problem. He's jumped out of a chair.
He's grinding it, yeah. And he knows. I mean, he's got one mistake that he can make, and
That's it.
That's it.
And I'm sure he's ran 3 games more than once this weekend.
Absolutely.
And once again, we want to mention that the 19th and 20th of March, 9-ball classic over at Peninsula Billiards. Same format as we have here. And I'm sure they'll draw upwards of 100 players. They schedule it around the APA on that side of the water, and we're going to make sure our schedules coincide with his to make sure we can even get more people over here. We're thrilled to have the people that we have, though, this weekend. It's a perfect amount for what we're going through. We'll say hi out there to Grant Wiley, Batman, listening to on the line. Batman's going to Vegas also in about 3 weeks. He's been playing some fantastic pool. I'm looking forward. He's on my team. We're going to have a great time out there.
Chad's a chalking machine. Yeah, I think he took a brand new cube of Masters, and I think it's probably half done by now.
I remember watching Jeremy Jones used to be that way with a powder.
Just shoot a little stop shot here, I think, and then try to come back 2 rails for the 7. Again, just getting on the 8 is going to be the challenge.
Come up a little short there, it looks like, but
He did, but he can spin this ball,
Yeah.
I think. He doesn't like it, but he can get there. If he's really concerned about it, he could just play it a little less aggressive and come in and shoot it from a distance. I mean, if he plays back to the middle of the table, he could almost play 4 rails to shoot the 8 in the other corner.
Mm-hmm. And he's fearless. He ain't afraid of any shot on the table,
no,
is he?
I mean that's something that he can do in his sleep, but you can't win if you scratch. So
Called that one perfect.
And that's exactly
Called
what
that
he's
one
doing.
perfect.
It's either that or he's going to just try to tuck it behind the 8 and 9 and take his chances there.
Make Chad earn it.
Yep. I mean, he's got an angle. I think he could
What do you
pretty much
think?
freeze him on the 9. If he wants to get aggressive, the 4-railer is there. He can draw it and come over a little bit, and I think he can make that happen. But he can certainly control the safe on the 9 ball.
And Tim Colvin, I don't think that Chad's chalked his stick but once in 2 games. So yeah, and any of you guys watching it, these diamond tables are being installed over at Peninsula Billiards in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, I heard it's going to be right around the timing of the next event,
That'd be
maybe
great.
a week after or so. Hopefully they could get them early, but even so, they've got good equipment over there too. But the diamonds, he went a different route there. That's a good play.
Gonna make him earn it. You called
Yeah.
that one. You called it.
And I think he did even better tying up the 8-9. I don't know that it goes in either of the bottom 2 corners now.
Yeah, not even on the screen. It looks like it's tied up.
So he may have bought himself some life there.
Chris has got us all packed up early. She's ready to go.
Chris is on a mission.
Yes.
She's got suitcases pre-packed, waiting to be closed. Somebody might have to jump on 1 or 2 of them, but she's got it figured out.
I know when she's setting up just to stay out of the way. I do my thing and she does hers. We both know each other's lane. And she's been a real good friend for a long time, and we have fun with it. We really do.
She's always been so responsive on any question I've ever asked or something on entry. And I know we had the issue where y'all were given some extra entries with the COVID situation, and y'all just phenomenal. Oh,
Wow.
that was unexpected. I thought he could kick that ball 2 rails. But
Now what do
but
you do here,
again-
Heath? What do you do
again,
here?
think he's going to have to try to play underneath the 8-ball and shoot it up
Take
in one
that
of the
one.
top corners.
Be real risky to try to break that out.
I
wouldn't
don't
it?
like breaking it out. I just it's tough to predict what both of those balls are going to do. They're so close together.
He's shooting it at an angle too. I don't know if he can go two rails or get behind it. That would be risky, wouldn't it?
I would.
might run right into it.
I'd probably roll forward and try to come underneath
Yeah.
one rail, but he may try to come in 2 rails on it underneath.
10 and high, me.
It must go.
Boy, I'm looking at it. It still doesn't look like it's
yeah.
going to go, and he's straight in on it.
That's a great shot. Yeah.
That's one thing you can always say about anything with the action pull-ter. You're going at least almost hill on every match. It's going to happen.
That's a great out.
And you know what? We can stand doing another game here too.
All right, so 2-1 race, and Nathaniel's on the break.
And Chad scratched on the last 2 breaks he's had in the same pocket. Let's see what
Same
happens
side
with
pocket.
that.
Yeah, Nathaniel and I were talking. He was doing a lot of soft breaking yesterday, and it was working for him early, and he shifted over. He's hitting him a little bit harder today. And one ball set up for him. 4-6 is a problem. He may be trying to go run one rail and break that 4-6 up. The 2 is right there.
Yeah, he gets on this 2 ball. I really like his chances
Yep.
here. I think his confidence is starting to soar again. He just wants a chance at this thing.
Yeah, if he can put this one away and go hill. I think their last match went hill too. I think he's got the angle. He just doesn't want to clip the 6 and then end up getting stuck behind the 4 ball. He really needs to hit them both at the same time if he can.
Yeah, we got a call from R.J. Carmona, of all things, moved to New York, and he looks like he's going to try to make it up to the 10 ball
Oh, cool.
at Diamond Billiards. I missed that guy. Something else.
I haven't
He's just
seen him
great.
in a while. What about Raymart? I haven't seen him.
Raymart's had 2 babies in 2.5 years, so he's taking care of the kids, and it seems like when he's working, she's not, and vice versa.
It's tough.
It
It's
really
tough.
is, and he loves both of those kids, beautiful children, and he's been in here once or twice, but of course, come secondary now for sure.
Yeah.
So
I feel his pain. I've got a 16-year-old and a 7-year-old at home, and it's tough to get away. And if he's got 2 young ones, it's really tough to get away.
yeah, I got a 9-year-old grandson. He made the traveling soccer squad, and I missed a game today, and he scored his first goal, but he called me to let me know he made it. So we'll be having celebration tomorrow for that for sure.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'm nervous. My 16-year-old gets her license tomorrow.
Oh,
so,
goodness.
you know, luckily, you're not in and around Richmond. You're probably safe for a while. We're not letting her get too adventurous yet. Oh, he
Yeah,
didn't
he
hit hard
get it
enough.
far enough. I think he still can see it.
He might. He may be able to hit
Have
this
to
ball
hit
with some
it,
inside and break that 4-6
Right.
out. But that really makes the 3-ball tough. If the 4
So you're
passes,
buying her a new car and everything tomorrow.
oh hell no. No, we're going to avoid that one.
16. My goodness. I
And,
have a 30-year-old son, and I still get nervous when he goes out there, so I know what you mean.
and my 7-year-old is just concerned on how many times the older one can take her to get Starbucks and Chick-fil-A. And I'm like, what does the world have come to? Oh, he overcut it. Did he get lucky? No. He sold out.
So Chad's biggest thing is getting back on the 7 ball. We'll see.
Yeah, if he can get the 4, I think he can shoot the 4, maybe in the corner.
Yeah, hit a little low here and just back it up to the
Yep.
center of the table.
If he can drag it back that much, I think he can.
Well, he chalked up a little bit here, so let's see what happens.
He's going
Oh,
forward.
forward.
Go 2 rails, maybe shoot inside or bottom right corner.
It's a nice shot.
Maybe he was trying to break it out. I don't know.
Don't know what's going to happen with this one here. He's going to run in a 6. You don't know where it's going to end up.
And I don't like having to come all the way back down for the 7 by doing that either.
A little bump like we're talking about.
Yep.
What do you do here? What do you do here?
Based on the angle, I'm going to try to bank it and just leave him on the center dime. And now they're playing aggressive on this, so he may just try to bank it and come down. He also could play it in the side, go 3 rail short side. Huh?
Here we
All
go
right.
again. And another chance.
And another chance, and he's got a good angle to draw back across on this 7 ball.
Now, does his back corner pocket come into play at all?
I don't think so. I think
No.
he's going to come around, probably around the 2nd diamond
All right.
on that rail there. He wants to leave a little angle on the 7 so he can come back up 2 rails for the 8 in the same corner, I think. It's a good shot, but he hit it hard. Is it coming through?
Oh, got the bump he needed.
Got the bump.
Every now and then you got to have one.
He needed that one.
Right on the right time.
He overhit that one a little bit. I think he wanted to come in short of that position.
So if he makes these 3 balls, we'll be having a 1-game championship.
Great
That's when
shot.
you know you're not afraid of it at all. He didn't-
Oh yeah, he draw that ball out 2
Yeah.
rails. He didn't baby it. He hit it like he had to make it, because he did. Chad's looking a little frustrated over there.
Boy, here we go.
Hill,
This is
hill.
what the fans wanted tonight.
That's right.
Don't go away for this one.
One for all the marbles here.
All the marbles and a title. Once you get that title, it's yours forever, no matter where you're at. So So our first joint venture, and we have a hill battle. I'm sure Tony's at home watching this, proud of what he's been able to accomplish with this also, and this is a really good start for this joint venture we're kind of doing together. So it's working out really, really good.
Yeah, so definitely stay tuned for more good things. I'm looking forward to what happens the rest of this year and the top 32 tournament, hopefully.
And what can, I mean, for $40 a tournament, you're going to be playing for $16,000 in money at the end of the year on the top 32. Just incredible. Just incredible.
It really is. And you're playing some really good competition too. You know, I like that it's, you know, 650 and under. So you're not having to deal with the pro players, but you're playing some good quality players that you want to test yourself against.
I know Tim came onto the stream. Tim's at 651, but you got to cut it somewhere. You really do. Actually, 3 or 4 guys, but then the guys, you know, when the Action Pool Tour comes to Richmond, come on up there.
That's right. That's right.
Play against the guys that you line
Definitely
up
still
with.
play the state tournaments. Come
Yes.
on up and play there, and there'll be some people that, you know, probably your 4s and 5s that play this tournament that won't play in that tournament. So we need some more people to come in and
Right.
play and have that open event.
I had not a big Facebook guy, but 2 years ago it flashed up. It flashed up the 2-year memory, and we drew 108 combined players up there 2 years ago, and that seems like 10 years ago with everything that's happening in the world.
Yep.
Oh,
What a shot!
oh my goodness.
You didn't call? Oh, you did. Okay.
Called it and
Great,
went in.
great
Wow.
shot! What a shot!
And you know, before we sign off, that's one thing about 9-ball too. He didn't have a shot at the one. He wanted to make sure that he carried around just in case it went in. It's a heck of a way to.
And calls the
It's that
9-ball.
battle,
What a
yes.
great way to end. I mean, you know, Nathaniel doesn't get a shot in the last rack. It's unfortunate, but man, what a great way to end.
I'm sure we'll be seeing these guys again on a final table. I'm sure you'll be on one with you. You know, I'm sure you're going to be there yourself. Hey, thanks
keep
a lot
grinding at
for spending this time with me.
Hey, man,
and we
appreciate
will
the
do it
invite.
again.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thanks.
All right, your
Appreciate it.
champion, Chad Pike, runner-up, Nathaniel Sellis. We'll see you soon. Pretty appreciate it. I did it with George. Me and George, we just lose each other. Had a blast.
Okay, this is